Hello, Four Star Nation, and welcome to a Saturday, March 20th episode of the Four Star Sports Show. I am Wes Pruitt. My good friend from years back, it feels like Nathan Wilson has joined us today to break down all basketball going on right now. You've got the NCAA tournament, it's absolutely nuts. You've got the NIT, upsets galore everywhere. Nathan, thank you very much for joining us today, man. And also, thank you to everyone watching YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of our followers, all of our four-star nation. Thank you very much. Nathan, let's get right into it, man. Uh, so how far did you have Ohio State going in your bracket, buddy?
Honestly, I had them at least Elite Eight, to be honest with you. So it shocked a few of my brackets right now. But
Yeah, that's bracket buster Friday is kind of what I'm calling it.
man, it has been truly has
You
been.
know, when you look at this bracket, Nathan, you've got Rutgers knocked off Clemson yesterday. You
Mm-hmm.
had North Texas knocking off Purdue last night.
Yep.
You had Colgate. Let's just talk about this Arkansas Colgate game real quick. Colgate didn't get the win at the end of the day, but Colgate gave Arkansas all they wanted in the first half. Arkansas had that big 19-0 run to end the first half, and then they kind of took over as the second half ended to get a nice win. But I tell you what, if you're Eric Musselman and the Arkansas Razorbacks, you got a scare yesterday.
Yeah. You're right, man. And let's also talk about the Florida Virginia Tech game. That was one hell of a game,
Yeah,
overtime game. I had Virginia Tech pick. I ain't gonna lie. So for it to go into overtime, I thought Virginia Tech might have had them, but it didn't work out for me. But there was just a lot of good games, a lot of teams coming into this NCAA tournament. And in the first round, you're thinking, okay, blowout for a lot of these teams, but a lot of them coming out and
yeah,
shocking
yeah.
the world. Teams that nobody knows about, and they coming in knocking off like Oral Roberts knocking off Ohio State and all that. So
Yeah,
I, I'm kind of excited what's going to happen today. We got a lot of good games today, so
man.
I want.
When you look at it, Nathan, it's why I love this time of year so much. This 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 tournament, just you don't know what's going to happen. Everybody fills their brackets out, just
Hmm.
hurries and fills them out, and who's? It's basically fantasy college basketball for a tournament because you get to kind of get an idea who you want to win.
Yeah.
But when you look at the games last night, let's go back and talk about Syracuse. I know we were talking about it before the show came on.
Hmm.
Uh, Jim Boeheim's son, Bubba Boeheim, is a shooter.
Yeah.
The boy is lighting it up from everywhere. I absolutely love the little swag that he's got going. Uh, Bubba Boeheim is a shooter,
30
man.
points
The
last
guy
night.
ended up,
He was 11 for 11 for
yeah, that's what
15.
I was just getting ready to say. The guy ended up with 30 points last night, man. It's just absolutely awesome to see. Um, North Texas had a nice win yesterday over Purdue. I believe that was North Texas's first ever NCAA tournament win. You got to give them a lot of credit.
Yep.
Also, just another one to mention was Drake. Drake got a win. It was their first win in 50 years to the day when they knocked off Wichita State 53 to 52
Hmm.
the other night in the first four. That was very, very cool to see. Also, Texas Southern. Just want to give a quick shout out to them. They're a HBCU school, but Texas Southern had a nice 60 to 52 win against Mount St. Mary's. And that just another, speaking of classic, was that UCLA Michigan State game.
Yeah.
Came down to overtime. UCLA ended up winning 86 to 60. But Nathan, when you get into the games today, of course, we'll talk about the Memphis game in the NIT here shortly. But when we're talking about the NCAA, you got Georgetown taking on Colorado. Colorado's a 5 seed. Georgetown's a 12 seed. Georgetown's kind of a team that I think could make a little run. They're playing really well right now. They came back and won the Big East tournament in Madison Square Garden. Nice to see Patrick Ewing coming back to Georgetown and getting them back on track. What do you think about this game? Colorado coming 2-8, Georgetown at 13-12.
So you're talking about the Colorado Georgetown game, number 5, number 12.
Yes.
I mean, I'm seeing they calling Colorado by 5 right now, but it's the NCAA tournament. It goes back to that Oral Roberts Ohio State game. You just never freaking know. Georgetown is a great team. I mean, they won their tournament in a shocking way, I believe, because I think it shocked everybody that Georgetown won their division. But my whole thing is, Colorado, it's going to be one of them games just like a flip a coin. Anything could happen. Georgetown could be the big upset for Colorado in today's game. I hope not, because I have Colorado picked. But NCAA tournament, man, March Madness, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can. Anything can. It's really crazy to see, man. Then you've got Florida State coming in as a 4 seed at 16-6, taking on UNC Greensboro at a 13 seed, coming in at 21-8. I picked Florida State in this game. I think Florida State is a team that could sneakily make a little run in this tournament. I'm not saying the Final Four national championship, but maybe a Sweet 16 little run. Florida State, that they got a great coach down there. Really has done a good job at Florida State. 16-6. They had some games postponed because due to COVID. As everybody has this season. But what do you think about Florida State, UNC Greensboro next?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got Florida State picked too. I mean, UNC Greensboro 21-8 coming into that tournament. It could be a shock. He could shock them. I mean, but I just can't do that. I think Florida State's too good of a team this year. They've really proven a lot. So if it's an upset, then then it's an upset. But for right now, my picks with Florida State. I'm going to stick with the Seminoles on this one. Now I do think that it might come in as a close game, but I think after halftime, I think Florida State's going to run away with it.
All right. Up next, we've got Kansas coming in at a number 3 seed at 20-8, up against Eastern Washington, a 14 seed coming in at 16-7. This game will be on TBS today at 11:15. Kansas, as we know, Texas got a little bye into the Big 12 championship due to Kansas COVID. So I'm very interested to see just exactly how to deal with that, because that COVID is nothing to play with. No. But I think Kansas will get this win easily. I think Kansas will I think the talent of Kansas will show, and Kansas should get the win. I don't know that it'll even be close. I'd say 12 point game, 12-14, something like that. What about
you? Yeah, I agree. Kansas, having to get out of the Big 12 tournament like they did because of COVID, they gave them, I know that hurt them because I had Kansas picked to win the Big 12. So, for that to happen to them and then, come into the NCAA tournament, give them another shot, they have a lot more time to rest, get ready for this game. And I think, since they weren't able to take the Big 12, I think their goal is to take the NCAA tournament now. And as we all know, Kansas is a basketball school. I mean, it's a good basketball school too. They always have a good team. So I think this year, I think they're gonna. I think it's probably gonna be a 15-point game. To be honest, I know the spread right now is 10, but give me 15.
Up next, we've got what I think could be a very interesting game, and 9 seed St. Bonaventure coming in at 16-4. Going against the number 8 team in LSU out of the SEC, coming in at 18-9. This St. Bonaventure team is gritty, man. They're battle tested. I actually picked St. Bonaventure to get the win in this game. Give me St. Bonnie. What about you?
Yeah, that big game against Alabama in the SEC championship game, which was one of my favorites to watch. LSU came out just balling, dude. Cameron Thomas was putting up threes from half
Oh, yeah.
court. You know, they had. They were scoring all over, but man, as much as I don't like LSU, the way they played Alabama, dude, I cannot pick against them right now because we had. I wish I could think of the guy's name. But one guy for LSU put up 30 points on us. So
Devontae Smart.
Yeah.
Devontae Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, put up 30 points on us, man.
That guy's a ball.
I just got to see LSU coming out like they did against Alabama and shooting lights out the whole game. So yeah, I'm gonna pull LSU.
It could very well happen. Up next, we've got you gonna take LSU?
Yeah, I'm taking LSU on this one.
All right, man. Up next, we've got a 2 p.m. tip-off on CBS today. Number 16, Texas Southern, coming off that huge win in the first four. Now they get the number 1 seed, overall number 1 seed at that. The Michigan Wolverines coming in at 20-4. Juwan Howard's got this team playing really well right now. I mean, we saw it a few years back where UMBC knocked off Virginia. So, we have to have this conversation every year about a 16 and a 1. Do you think Texas Southern has it to knock off Michigan?
I don't. I really don't. Michigan is a really good team this year. I know the point spread right now is talking 25. So anybody out there that's picked Michigan for Final Four, if this is the bracket shot right here, and you picked Ohio State too, so this is going to really screw up somebody's brackets though if Texas Southern comes in and knocks them off too.
Yeah, it really is.
But I think Michigan's too well built on this, and I haven't really got to, like I said, Texas Southern team I haven't never really got the chance to watch and play. They could come out, they could shock the world, but man, I just don't see it. You got Hunter Dickerson, the center from Michigan. He's playing well right now.
Yeah.
He's leading them in points and rebounds. So yeah, just if they can't stop him, it's over. And that's not taken away from anything else. I mean, Michigan's got a lot of got a lot of good players on that team, but yeah, that Hunter Dickinson though, I was able to watch him play, and he is very talented. So yeah, give me Michigan big in this one.
Hunter Dickinson, the big center from Michigan. You're exactly right, Nathan. I mean, he can go. He can run the floor. He can hit the mid range. He's got low post game. He's got footwork. He's total package for sure. And to take nothing from Texas, I mean, I was impressed with their win in the first four. And I think that they'll definitely. Well, I know they'll be hungry to knock off Michigan.
Oh yeah.
That is a dream. It's essentially their national championship every game. But I agree. I don't think Michigan loses this game. I think Michigan wins. I think it's maybe a little closer than they win, but I think Michigan gets the win. Up next at 2:30 today on True TV, we've got who I think's on upset alert today. Number 5 Creighton coming in at 20-8 against UC Barbara at 22-4. I'm telling you, look out, Creighton. You're on upset alert. Give me UC Santa Barbara in this one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with you on that one. I'm gonna back you up on that one. Yeah, give me UC SB right here. I mean, Creighton. Yep, Creighton's on an upset alert. I just when I saw the bracket matchup and I saw this matchup, I'm like, Creighton number 5 seed. Yeah, it's upset time. Creighton's about to get knocked out. But then again, you never know. Creighton might shock us and everything today. But yeah, this is a game I'd watch for an upset.
You're right. Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, just to give my basis for why I think it's going to be an upset. I mean, looking at Creighton, look at what they did in the conference tournament. I mean, they got beat quite handily, I might add, by a very good Drake team, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But speaking of upset alert, next game, I believe they're on upset alert too. Not going to make you happy, buddy. Number 15, Iona. The Fighting Rick Pitino's are back in the NCAA tournament, coming in at 12-5.
Yep.
Taking on number 2 Alabama today at 3:00 on TBS. Alabama coming in at 24-6, SEC champions. It doesn't matter. They're on upset alert. You got Rick Pitino on the other sideline as a legend of the NCAA tournament. Give me Iona to get the win today, and I picked them in my bracket.
Yeah, I can honestly say I didn't pick them. I picked Alabama in this one. My thing about this game right here. All right, so as everybody has watched Alabama this year, and as I've complained a lot about it, everybody talks about Alabama's basketball as 3-point shooters. They're all 3-point shooters, knock down threes, blah blah blah. But it's the fact that when we ain't knocking down those threes, we keep trying. I'm just like, take it to the hole. Herbert Jones, give him the ball, let him dominate down there. Alabama's got Nate Oates. I have a feeling Nate Oates has Alabama ready for this game. I believe Alabama's ready for this game. They're all hyped up. I mean, after that close win against LSU and coming in against Iona. But yeah, I'm not going to pick against my Crimson Tide on this one. I got them going to the next round, I hope. So, but I just want to talk about this right quick because I don't think we covered it when we first started the broadcast. The Josh Pastner, the Georgia Tech, and Loyola Chicago. I mean, Loyola Chicago is the one
Mother
that
Jean or Sister Jean, whatever her name is. She's 103 or 102. Like, it's crazy.
But I mean, you gotta give it for that score right there. You know, I don't think a lot of people had them going the next round. So, but a shout out to them quick because they took out Josh Pastner, which was a fun game to watch too.
Yeah, it was a very, very, very fun game to watch. Up next, we've got Drake taking on USC. USC comes in at 6 seed, 22-7. Drake, a 11 seed, got the win in the first 4, 26-4 coming in. Drake's playing some ball, man. One thing I like about this this first 4 is it kind of gives them a tune-up game. I mean, it really gets them more in the flow of playing in-game speed. Give me Drake. I'm picking three shockers in a row here. Give me Drake to get the win today against USC. What about you, Nathan?
You know what? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the shocker. I'm gonna go with the upset with Drake. Drake, I have faith in you, buddy. Don't let me down today. But yeah, give me Drake on the upset, man. I know a lot of people talk about Evan Mobley. Evans, I think I'm saying that right. Mobley of the USC. You know, everybody talks about him. Gives him, you know, he's a great player and all. He's a forward for them. But you know, Drake, I just have a feeling it's gonna be upset day for USC. So yeah, give me Drake in this one, man.
All right, this is where my upset picks stop. Up next, we got number 2 Iowa 21-8 going number 2 Iowa 21-8 going against number 15 Grand Canyon coming in at 17-6 at number 15-2. Now we did see a 15 knockoff 2 yesterday. Don't think it'll happen today in this game. Give me Iowa. My boy Luka. They got a Luka at Iowa. And that boy is playing some basketball. Dude. Iowa's going to get this win. Iowa is a team to look out for in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something about Luka right quick. Luka is going to be he's a hell of a college ball player, but he's going to be one hell of an NBA player. You know, I have a feeling he's a first rounder for sure. But Luka is just, dude, there ain't no way that, you know, that they're going to come in and beat Iowa like they are. I mean, I got Iowa Final Four pick too. So yeah, give me Iowa big in this one.
Yeah, completely agree. Up next, we got Maryland, UConn. Maryland 10 seed, UConn 7. UConn coming at 15-7. Maryland coming at 16-13. This is going to be a good matchup. I think UConn will get the win. UConn's got some talent on them. One of the better UConn. I mean, they're only 15-7, but UConn's got talent. Give me UConn to get the win in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with UConn on this one. Maryland, I just hadn't really seen much out of them this year. UConn, though, I haven't really got to watch too much of the Huskies play. So, but I will say this: I don't think Maryland's going to top off UConn, though. I think UConn's going to move on to the next round. So, yeah, give me UConn in this one. But I'm
Completely
going to say
agree.
close. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I don't think UConn's gonna run away with it for sure. Up next, we've got Virginia and Ohio. Virginia 4, Ohio 13 seed. I think Virginia may be on the lookout here. I don't think they're on upset alert, but I think they're on the top of the mountain looking out because they need to look out for Ohio. This is going to be a heck of a game, but I do think Virginia pulls it out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Nathan?
Yeah, Virginia needs to be one of the teams that needs to go in not thinking for, not guaranteeing a win just yet, much like Alabama right now. But Virginia does need to do that. They need to go in, focus on this game because Ohio could be one of those teams that would come in and upset you in the first round, especially being number 4 seed. And you look at them; I'm hoping they watch that Ohio State game to see what everybody's talking about. Don't come in thinking that you're going to dominate these low seeds because it's these low seeds that's going to trick you in the end. Because one of these low seeds, like I said, one of these low seeds wants to be that Cinderella story. They want to be the underdog in this whole tournament and go all the way. So, yeah. So, but for today, I tell you what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick Ohio over Virginia today. I'm going to pick the upset for this one. And
all righty.
If Virginia comes in overlooking Ohio, it's going to happen. They're going to take that win from them. So, yeah, give me Ohio in this one. I'll go with them.
All right. Up next, we've got number 8, Oklahoma, taking on number 9, Missouri. Going to be a really good matchup today on TNT, or tonight, sorry, on TNT. Oklahoma coming in at 15-10. Missouri coming in at 16-9. This Missouri team, I've watched them a few times this year. This Missouri team, if they play, are good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Oklahoma. If they play well, they're good. Of course, obviously anybody is, but Missouri team's streaky, man. They'll get hot and then they'll just go ice cold on you, and you really don't know what team you're gonna get. Give me Oklahoma in this. These 8-9 matchups have been really good so far in this tournament.
Yeah, me and you have something in common with Missouri. Missouri beat Arkansas. Missouri beat Alabama, and Missouri's one of them teams that it's a team that you overlook them. They're going to dominate you, and they're going to do it the best way they know how. They're going to fast break. They're going to take it to the hole. They're going to do anything they can to top you off. And then you got Oklahoma, Austin Reeves over here. Austin's coming in with a great season this year. I got a few chances to watch him play, and he's one hell of a ball player. I will say that. But Drew Smith over there with Missouri, I'm gonna go SEC on this one. I'm gonna go Missouri with the win over Oklahoma today. But I think it's gonna be one of them games that's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be a close game, maybe even an overtime game. We never know. But these 8-9 games right here, they're always the good ones to watch. So yeah, give me Missouri in this one.
They are always good to watch. Up next, we've got number 6, Norfolk State, coming in at 17-7, coming in against the overall number 1 seed. Been number 1 all season, unblemished on the season, 26-0, chasing that undefeated season. It's so hard to do. No one's done it since who was it? Was it Indiana back in the day?
Yeah, I think it was
Indiana in like 1980 something.
Yeah,
70 something, something. But give me Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga's really, really good. I don't know how tested they've been. I don't think this game's even going to be close either. Just to be honest with you, I think Gonzaga is going to beat them handedly. Give me Gonzaga big over Norfolk State, and that's nothing against Norfolk State.
No,
nothing against them.
Mm-mm.
But I just think it's really, really, really good.
I mean, look, dude. I think everybody can agree, even people watching this pod, listening in and watching in. I think everybody can agree. Gonzaga, everybody picks Gonzaga. I think everybody has them picked in their bracket.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to win it all. I won't lie. I have them picked. I have I can't tell you how many brackets I got set up, but I have Gonzaga picked. Now, if Gonzaga loses, I got a few brackets that are messed up, but for right now, Gonzaga 26-0, dude. I mean, they got their starting five is just an all-star team.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I can't see it. I mean, if it happens, I think everybody in the world's going to be pissed. They're going to be shocked. TVs will be broken because of this upset. But I don't see it happening. Not this
no
round,
doubt.
not the first round. Give me Gonzaga.
No. Yeah, man. Speaking of Gonzaga, and just want to say real quick, thank you for everybody watching on YouTube, Twitch. This show's a blast to put on every week for you guys. Thank you again for Nathan Wilson for joining us to talk a little college basketball today. Speaking of Gonzaga, Nathan, when you look at that point guard they've got, he reminds me a lot of Derrick Rose from that 2008 Memphis team. During the regular season, Derrick Rose was much of a facilitator. Because I mean, really, when you go back and look at that team, CDR was probably the best overall player on that team, and I know that's an arguable statement with just how good Derrick Rose was. But CDR was the All-American. Derrick Rose was not. When you look at this Gonzaga team, when you look at that Memphis team, once the NCAA tournaments, Calipari said, "Here, go ahead and go, run, do what you do. Don't facilitate anymore. Take the game over."
Yeah.
This Gonzaga point guard reminds me a lot of Derrick Rose, not in the sense of how he plays, but how he facilitates, how he manages his team. If they let him go in the tournament, look out, because Gonzaga could do the same thing Memphis did in 2008.
Yeah. I mean, they could. And you're right. He does remind me a lot of, Derrick Rose. And as anybody knows that watched Derrick Rose play for the University of Memphis, he was a very impressive player. I mean, everybody hated to see him go to the NBA. They wanted him to stay a little bit longer. But Derrick Rose was just an unbelievable player. I got to watch him a few times at the University of Memphis. Got to go a couple of games and watch him play. So it was great, being there in the atmosphere and what he brought to the Tigers. But yeah, this guy right here, Suggs, yeah, he brings that same mentality, that same energy, that same mindset that Derrick Rose had with the University of Memphis. So, I mean, he's one hell of a guard. He's a all around great player, and that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. That adds another weapon to that Gonzaga team. But I also want to mention this one is and I want to make sure I say this right. Corey Kispert, I think his name is, the forward for Gonzaga.
Yes.
I mean, that's another great player.
He can go, man. That guy can play.
He can play.
That guy can play, man.
And see and watching him, and I'm going to just say this, and a lot of people might not agree with me. He reminds me a little of a Mike Miller. He does. He can shoot. I mean, he can score around. He reminds me of a young Mike Miller and everything when he's out there playing with them. So, but yeah, this Gonzaga team, dude, anybody that matches up with them this year and that point guard better be ready, because Gonzaga's not playing this year. They're in it to win it all and make it known.
Speaking of that forward for Gonzaga, he kind of reminds me. I like the Mike Miller, but do you remember Dan Bonner from back in the day that played with Mike Miller, the big forward that could spot up it from 3-2? He's kind of a mixture of a Mike Miller, Dan Bonner to me. Can really mix it up.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got UCLA that came off just that third game against Michigan State the other night in the first four, going up against number 6 BYU. BYU comes in at 20-6. UCLA is 18-9. I picked BYU in my bracket, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did also think UCLA would beat Michigan State, but BYU is a good. They've battle tested with Gonzaga twice. That's why I think this BYU team is going to move on to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
But UCLA may shock you. They played well against Michigan State the other night. Really battled with them. And as we know, playing against a Big Ten basketball team, that's a physical brand of basketball that they bring to the court.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be a little more of a fast-paced team.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I do have UCLA picked in this game for my bracket. I do. I hope they don't. I hope they don't let me down. But that was another upset I had was against Brigham Young, BYU, and knocking them off. But I mean, UCLA, dude. I mean, that's another basketball school, as I like to call them. They always have a chance to come in with a good team. I know they're going to bring a lot of momentum in this game, and I hope that they can pull the upset. But this is going to be a game. I'll say this: this will be a game for I hope a lot of people tune in for because I know it's a later game at night, but I hope it's one that a lot of people tune in for because this could be a game that might be just one of them games that one of the best ones to watch in the NCAA tournament. So, but yeah, give me
I agree.
Give me UCLA in this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, and who knows? It might be a buzzer beater that wins this game. But either way, I got UCLA picked in this one for the upset.
All right, 2 games left to cover for the NCAA on for today, and then we'll move over to the NIT tournament. But Abilene Christian comes in at number 14, 23-4 season, coming against number 3 Texas, who won the Big 12, coming in at 19-7. I think this Texas team is a team a lot of people are really kind of overlooking. Coming in at number 3, 19-7. Now they did get a bypass against Kansas. Most people thought Kansas would beat Texas in that game to advance to the championship. And let's be honest, they beat a good Oklahoma State team. They knocked off a Oklahoma State team who I think is a major threat in this tournament.
Yeah.
But give me Texas to get the win and move on against Abilene Christian today or tonight, I should say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. Give me Texas in this over Abilene Christian. But yeah, give me Texas in this, no doubt. I think Texas is going to go pretty far in this tournament, but first round, I don't see them getting upset.
Yeah, I don't either. Last game for the NCAA, we've got VCU coming in at 19-7, going against number 7 Oregon, coming in at 20-6. This is going to be a very interesting game. Last game of the night. May have some fireworks in this one, Nathan. Give me VCU to pull the upset on Oregon tonight.
Okay, I like that pick. Now I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go over to my bracket right quick because I want to see who I actually had picked in this game because I think I had Oregon. Yes, I did. I had Oregon picked in this game. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be one of them late night games. I'm gonna make sure that I stay up for this game because this right here could damage some brackets right here. And so far, I got one bracket that's on fire right now that's doing pretty good. So I'm going to need Oregon to give me a win here. But then again, I'm not going to take away from VCU in this game. It's one of them games, dude. 2 seed, a 10 seed and a 7 seed. This could be a game that could change the tournament around too. So you just never know. I know it's a late game, and a lot of people are probably not going to stay up to watch this game. But I would recommend it because this could be a game that could turn everybody around because you got two good players in this one. Well, you got several good players in this one, but 2 good ones to mention. You got Eugene over there at Oregon forward. He's averaging about 16 points a game. And I'm not even gonna try this guy for VCU because I know I won't get it right. But his last name is Highland, and Highland, bringing in about 19 points a game. So, but the thing I will say this though, Wes, and I think you can agree with me on this one. The one thing that everybody in this tournament needs to watch for, and I think every player too, is it's not about if you can hit the threes, if you can hit the jump shots, hit the layups. It's about if you can hit them free throws, buddy, because those free throws are going to change the game around. And a lot of these teams could have won the free throw shots.
Oh yeah,
We came
yeah.
in.
If you look at
And,
Ohio State, that's what cost them. I mean, free throws.
Their percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
completely agree.
So I'm going to look at this game, and I hope it turns out to be a good game. But yeah, give me Oregon. I'm gonna take the Ducks in this one.
All right. Well, that's all the NCAA tournament games for today. Now let's slide over to the other tournament, the National Invitational Tournament. Break down all the games that have happened thus far and then the games that will go on today. So Colorado State came in as a number 1 seed, battling number 4 Buffalo. Colorado got a close win, 75-73 in that game. Davidson came in as number 2 seed against number 3 NC State. NC's big win in this game really surprised me. I figured Davidson would get that win, but NC State pulled it off 75-61, leaving a matchup on next Thursday between Colorado State and NC State. And I'm sorry, was that next Thursday? Yeah. Then you got Boise State coming in at number 2 against number 3 SMU. SMU just let the conference down again. They got knocked off 85-84. Boise State moves on. And then you had Richmond knock off Toledo. These 2-3 games in this NIT tournament have been great so far. 76-66, 1 by 10, knocked off Toledo. Richmond moves on to face the winner of the Mississippi State St. Louis game today, which would be a very good game. Then you had Western Kentucky. Nathan, speaking of free throws, that's a team that can make their free throws. Western Kentucky knocked off St. Mary's, whatever they're called. Yeah, St. Mary's. They knocked them off 69-67. But to me, the shocker of the tournament so far happened last night. Louisiana Tech beat us 70-61. Ole Miss is an alternate for the NCAA tournament, and they get beat in the first round of the NIT. So what does that tell you about how good your alternate is? It tells you that your alternate is not very. That's what it tells you. But anyway, that was the shocker of the tournament for me thus far. So today you've got the Memphis Tigers taking on Dayton Flyers. Memphis is the number 1 seed, 4 seed. This is going to be a really good game today, Nathan. I think Dayton is going to give Memphis a little better game than people are expecting. I think Memphis will end up getting the win. I think Memphis is favorite to win this entire NIT tournament. When you look at Memphis and their defensive rankings on a national level, they're up top. They're in top 5, top 10. When you look at this team offensively, Boogie Ellis has just taken over recently. Musa has really just improved everything. If Musa could get his hands better, Musa could be unstoppable in the low post. But we also got to remember, Musa's 18 years old. Musa's still supposed to be playing in high school right now, and he's playing at the collegiate ranks. Idosa leaves. I think Musa stays at Memphis. I think that he stays for at least one more year. He's not pro ready right now. But give me Memphis to get the win today.
No.
What about you?
Yeah. Yeah. So for this game, dude, I'm gonna say this. Memphis coming into this game, they before Memphis even got picked for this tournament, they had a chance for the NCAA tournament. They had to top off Houston and all that. The games that they had against Houston, even in the conference game and everything like that, the championship tournament, Memphis comes in strong, dude. Penny Hardaway has done an amazing job with the Tigers, and they've come out and they performed this year. And I hate that they didn't get a chance to be in the NCAA tournament. I think they would have done better than a lot of these teams that are in it. But I have Memphis picked to win the NIT this year. And I think, and I'm going to say this, all the Tiger fans out there listening, this is my prediction. The Tigers will win this tournament. NIT. Ready for that NCAA tournament next year. I think Penny Hardaway is going to have them going. But yeah, the Tigers, dude, they have a remarkable team, and you can't take anything away from them. I think they're going to come in, they're going to take over this game, and be honest with you, the Tigers are coming to make a statement, dude. That's what Penny Hardaway is going to make them do. They're going to make them regret not putting them in the NCAA tournament. So, and I think it just starts today with Dayton.
Completely agree. I mean, with all those, I completely agree with everything you just said. Up next, you got a game today at 5 p.m. Be 4 p.m. Central Time. St. Louis comes in against Mississippi State. St. Louis is number 1. St. Louis is a really good basketball team. Mississippi State is too. This is going to be a fun game today. Give me Mississippi State to get the win against number 1 St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis is a good team this year. Javonte Perkins over at St. Louis, averaging about 17 points a game. I mean, he's a really good player, but they ain't gonna take away from Iverson over there at Mississippi State, averaging 16 points. I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here, and I'm just gonna have to say Mississippi State will have to come in and play hard and play lights out the whole game to stop St. Louis. And but you're right, St. Louis got a good team this year. And Mississippi State, it's one of them teams that you don't know what Mississippi State team you're gonna face. It might be come in and upset you one, or it might just come in, you're gonna run all over them. But I think Mississippi State's got a lot to prove. I know a lot of State fans don't want to get knocked out of this tournament like Ole Miss did. So, you know what? I'm gonna back you up on that one. Yeah, give me the upset today. Give me State over St. Louis today. I think State.
Completely agree. Well, Nathan, I mean, right now, if you're a college basketball fan, there's no better time than March. March Madness is just so much fun to watch. Then you've got the NIT tournament going on. Plus, you've got the women's tournament going on. You got some of the women's NIT games are being played at Cargill High School in Memphis right now. Man, it's crazy, but I love this time of year. Man, we've had a great show today breaking down all the college games going on today. They're happening everywhere. Get ready to crank up in about 45 minutes. Nathan Wilson, thank you very much for joining me today, buddy. Coming on and talking some sports. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you for everybody on our Instagram page, Twitter, everything. Thank you very much. 4 Star Sports Show signing off. Thanks, guys.